Well, good morning. Wow, this is all these beautiful faces. Some we've not seen before, some we have not seen in a while. So thank you all for coming today to celebrate our 40th anniversary. It's just free food, so don't worry about that. But we're going to go ahead and open the service. We're going to stand up. We're going to sing Unity on the Mountaintop, which is written by our own very Orth. And we're going to allow him to in between the verses to go ahead and jazz it up. He's going to jazz it up for us. He's feeling it today. Ready? Feel free to tap your toes and move. It's one of those songs. Unity on the mountaintop, unity. Yeah, come on up to the mountaintop. Come on up, come on up. Now hold on, hold on. Is that okay? Alright, I know we just have that little birthday. Alright, we're going to start over. There you go. Unity on the mountaintop. Unity. Yeah, come on up to the mountaintop. Come on up. Come on up. Know His presence and feel His love. Unity on the mountain high. Unity, that's for me on the mountain top. Yeah, yeah, just one presence is love expressed in unity on the mountain. Come on up, we won't let you down on the mountain top. Unity. Unity.
on the mountain, and we are having a sacred service this morning, as well as super excitement and lots of things going on. So forgive me if I bounce up and down once in a while. And let's give a round to our Unity music team out there. Thank you, Amy and Barry. And let us think about this. What are we doing here? 40th anniversary. 40 years ago, somebody said, hey, we've been meeting in our houses long enough, let's go find a building. Right? Is that what happened?
And you have that little history.
And we have the history. I'm not going to read it. That's the history.
If you don't have one, feel free to grab one.
And this is thanks to
Jeanette Gallagher gave me the
Jeanette Gallagher, who was in early on.
very early on. So we're collecting information. So there are people who have been part of this. You'll see in the history there's big gaps. So I'm really inviting you to send that to me. You'll email it to me, and we'll add it so that we can have a history that we've never had actually in our hands before.
I joined this church 10 years ago, almost exactly 10 years ago, and right away I noticed this lovely songbook that we have, and in the beginning somebody has put in here a lovely blessing for the church. And I'd like to read this out loud. I think it's super appropriate today. If you'd like to join along and read it with me, it's right on the front cover of the songbook, which is the little And this is all about what we're doing today again. We are rededicating ourselves and our church and our building. We've been working on cleaning it up and cleaning ourselves up and our hearts at the same time. So read this with me. Blessing for a church. This is God's house. May we who come here not only find out about God, but find God. May there be beauty in this place, but especially may it be a place where men and women become aware of the beauty in themselves. May this be a place of worship. May this be a place of instruction. May this be a place of singing. May this be a place of prayer. But for us who worship and take instruction and sing and pray, may this always be a place of inner stillness, where we may listen and hear when God speaks. May whoever ministers here minister in love. May whoever teaches here teach truth. May whoever serves here serve pleasantly. May everyone come into this house in expectation and go with thanksgiving. And may anyone who comes needing help go feeling blessed. May this be such a house that Jesus Christ or any stranger, even one of the least, would feel in it that he was with friends. Amen. I added a sheet in there because we are. Lots of sheets. James Dillard Freeman is a Unity poet and teacher, and I feel blessed that we have that, and I thank you for sharing that with me this morning. We are also going to be blessed after Reverend Carol's lesson that she's going to give us, the talk of the power of 40, a time of beginnings. After that, we're going to have some special music, thanks to Debbie Preece, who invited Ricky Taylor and Ensemble to come and bless us with some music. We will eat after the service and come back. They'll give us a concert, so don't go away. And Ricky, we want to thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Debbie Preece didn't know she was singing.
I have her music right here.
Oh, she has to now. We all know about it, and we all love you, and we all love our. Let us begin our moving into the sacred spirit and listening for that source in our world. Our opening statement this morning is, There is only one presence and one power in my life and the universe, God the good. And you might be able to see I lit the unity candle, the Christ candle, signifying that we all have that Christ light within us shining forward. We say namaste, I see the light within you, to everyone in the world, and we bless you for being here this morning. Our vision and mission statements, we all worked on together for several years to put together these statements, so let us affirm. Centered in God, we inspire spiritual transformation, creating a world of love, peace, and prosperity. We are an inclusive spiritual community, inspiring, awakening, and serving in love. And we have a children's blessing. We love the child within us. We honor ourselves. All of those ages of children stay within us as we get older, and we need to remember that we need to take care of ourselves and be gentle. And we have some real life, actual we have someone who would love to take the younger children upstairs if you would like. We have a
downstairs.
Oh, downstairs.
Downstairs. You have a Sunday program as well that they can go attend if they like.
As I was on myself.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We know each other so well.
Yes,
Well, let's bless those children. We love you. We bless you. And we behold the Christ in you. We accept you just the way you are. Walk in beauty. You are divine. And any of the children that would like to go to the special group, we proceed at this moment. And we are going to sing a special song.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Thank you. You're going to go ahead and stand up, and we're going to go ahead and sing number 221 in your songbook, or the words will be up here. It's a special day. Open that. 221 in the book, or the words will be up there. Something is occurring, something new is stirring, something of the Spirit blesses me today. Energies are swarming, totally transforming, something of the Spirit blesses me today. It's a special day, it's a special day, I can feel it deeply in a special way. It's a special day, it's a special day, I can feel it deeply in a special way. Knowledge is provided, I am being guided, something of the Spirit blesses me with light. I have perfect leading to the good I'm leading, something of the Spirit blesses me with light. It's a special day, it's a special day, I can feel it deeply in a special way. It's a special day, it's a special day, I can feel it deeply in a special way. I accept my blessings, through it I'm expressing something of the Spirit, gloriously good. Every trouble ceases, all my joy increases, something of the Spirit blesses me with good. It's a special day, it's a special day, I can feel it deeply in a special way. It's a special day, it's a special day,
one of the ushers please bring the prayer blocks forward for blessing? We do believe that our thoughts are what encourage our experience in this world. Prayers are thoughts that we share with God. Thank you, David.
You know, unity history begins with healing. With our founders having very powerful healing experiences. So that imbues all that we do. And so prayer, that knowing that that divine energy moves in and through each one of us. Healing what needs to be healed. And as people have written down requests for either people, situations that are close to their heart, and place them in this box, we know that this energy, we focus energy on all of these situations. We do not need to know what they are specifically because we are all one with that divine power. We know that as we open our hearts and we ask for healing, as we are receptive to healing, what is already there for us comes into our experience. And so God, we are so grateful. We do accept. Thank you, and so it is. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Reverend Carol. John has been here forever, it seems, and serving on the board for a lifetime. And is about to share with us our daily word, if you please.
Good morning, all. It's wonderful. So wonderful to have you all. The key word this morning is flexible. Oh boy. Very important, as we all know. I embrace change with poise and flexibility. Life is filled with unexpected changes that present new challenges. My ability to gracefully adapt to life's twists and turns hinges on my firm connection to Spirit. With divine wisdom as my ever-present internal guide, I recognize that I can never be truly lost or permanently stuck, even if it might sometimes feel that way. I embrace all unknowns with poise, adjusting effortlessly to every new circumstance. I might be facing the most unforeseen obstacles or seemingly disruptive detours, such as divorce, loss of a job, or medical diagnosis. Whatever the challenging circumstance, I do not become fearful or rigid. Aligned with Spirit, I stay open-hearted, flexible, and calm. My life is always supported by perfect love. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Psalm 119, verse 105.
Let us take a deep breath and prepare ourselves for prayer. And begin with one that many of us know. Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen.
So again, continue that deep inspirational breathing, moving deeper, deeper into that place of oneness, of connection. We are here. We have provided a setting. We have come into a setting that will support us in making that connection. Spirit, we open ourselves. We open. We let go. Oh, breathe in. I am letting go. Now those words. I am letting go. Whatever it is that lays ahead of me in the next minutes, in the next hours and days and weeks, I am letting go. I am opening to that divine energy. I am willing to experience divine intelligence moving in and through me. I am willing in this moment to let go of fear, to let go of concern, and to allow that divine love to fill those spaces. And as I become aware that this divine, unconditional love, who loves me, that is love, wherever and however I am, I feel the energy of joy. Feel that energy. Feel your mouth curve up just a little bit. Joy. Joy is healing. Joy is knowing that you have moved through those challenges that are here in this moment. And as you feel this energy, as you delight in this energy, move deeper into that place of silence. The silence within you. That is you and God communing together. You and the God that is within you in the silence. Breathe in again, allowing this connection to return with you to that place of personality consciousness, that you know, that I know, that we are one with one. And as those challenges come up in our lives, as we begin to remember that which we are seeing out there that is ours to do, that energy is there. We trust, we know, we have faith, even though we cannot see what the solution is, that we cannot see what the next step is, that it is there, and we move forward with love, with joy, with peace, knowing we are the expression of love, joy, and peace, here now, in this place and in this world. And for this awareness, for this opportunity to continue to grow in that way, we give our grateful thanks. And so it is. Amen. Good morning. Good morning. Do I have a sound book up here? It's on you. So I'm going to put you back to work. You notice we've been doing a lot more participatory the last few weeks. another participatory. We're going to begin with a responsive reading. It is responsive reading number 12. So way in the back of your book. It is page 528. Way in the back. I don't know how they did the numbering because they must have cut and pasted it back in the 80s. So does everybody have?
What page is that?
528. Way in the back. Way in the back. Look, you see 500s. And it's 528. And it begins near the bottom of the page. So, as the leader, if anyone is in Christ, he or she is a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come.
I am not bound by the past. I am made new in Christ.
This is a new day.
Through the power of Christ in me, I see myself in a new light.
This is a new day.
Through the power of Christ in me, I see my strengths. I count my blessings.
This is a new day.
Through the power of Christ in me, I release the old. I behold the new.
God has placed within us all that we need for full and joyous lives. And I want to say that again. God has placed within us all that we need for full and joyous lives.
Through the power of Christ in me, I accept my divine inheritance.
And he who sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new.
This is a new day. Through the power of Christ in me, I begin anew.
We're always beginning again. Isn't that the wonderful process that we're always. So we're celebrating today so many things. So this is a new day, but tomorrow is a new day, and the day after that is a new day. So we celebrate what has come before. So having that wonderful history, so Jeanette Gallagher, who gave you that information, was very much a part of this church back in its development and has been coming to the Wednesday night class. And so as she realized what we were going to be doing here today, and she's off in Oregon someplace, so she's not here, she began writing some things and giving them to me. So there are things in there that I had no idea until I was able to look at that. So as you have time, you can read that, but realize, it was always the people that come before us that create that foundation which we continue to build. And as you look through that, I left out the yucky parts. We all have yucky parts. I left them out because this is a celebration. However, we need to know we all have those yucky parts. And that's how we grow. Think about it if we never had a challenge. If you never had something that pushed you beyond where you are comfortable, where would you be? Wherever that comfort place is, and we would never have moved. So to know that in all our history we have that. Our most recent challenge, which this is also kind of a church warming, so the flood of 2016, well, the response to that, the flood, the Christmas flood of 2016, the Christmas flood, we're talking about this church, what's going on here. We could tell how far we had grown because when the emergency had been handled by Lucy and Glenn Roberts and the bug extermination guy, there are no accidents. Lucy was here by herself. There was water pouring all over the place. The bug extermination guy pulled up and was able to help her find where the two different places we needed to be able to turn the water off. So, and then Glenn, she called Glenn up and he left work and came But when that emergency kind of settled down and Lucy connected with all the board members, it took us about 5 minutes to realize the opportunity that was being handed to us. So be careful what you pray for. The way it shows up in your life might not be the way that you in your vision had thought, oh, and this will happen here, and somebody will give us a lot of money, and didn't happen right. And you know, we had already been working for 2 years to renew. We painted outside, we painted inside, we totally redid the little classroom downstairs that had really gotten into bad shape. And so a lot had been done, and we still, as a board, we had dreams. Here's what we want. We wanted to see new flooring, wanted to see new carpet, wanted to see new upstairs. We wanted to see a new kitchen. And we were collecting funds. Our building fund was growing, and we had gotten right to that point that we were going to start looking at having everything recarpeted. And the flood. The blessing. The blessing in disguise, because what happened? So the insurance stepped in and they said, okay, we'll replace everything that has been messed up. All new carpeting down here, all new carpeting in the main area upstairs, a brand new kitchen, which was certainly in our dreams, but not something that we could even contemplate that we would be able to have. So all of this came in and took care of that, and yet it was only replacing what had been there before. So we had the funds we had already gathered. And we are so grateful that so many people added to those funds, because we have used every single cent. Some with upgrades, some with areas. Okay, the foyer wasn't covered, the stair wasn't covered by insurance, the 2 office spaces weren't covered by insurance. The floor of the kitchen, they would have put back the indoor-outdoor carpeting, which we had already had quite a few challenges with something, you know, the dishwasher leaked or something like that. So all of those funds have been used to create what you are seeing here today. So we are so grateful to all of those who supported us through that. You know, and our predecessors, as you read through that history, will have recognized that. When you read about what this place was when they got it, it was a mess, and they did a lot of work. And then when Doris came on as minister, she did a lot more work on that process. But you know what? What did we learn here? What did we learn? We came in here, and the platform up here, we had pews that were blocking it off, so nobody could get up here. And the roof up here had come down, and it was just really... But who is the church, and what is the church? You know, we really had an opportunity in a concrete way to say, we, the people, are the church. Even if it had been much more devastating. And we thought at some point we might have to actually go meet someplace else. We weren't quite sure what the reconstruction process was going to be. But what we learned is, who are we? We are this divine spirit that is here. The prayer energy in this place comes from 40 years of unity being here. But before unity was here, it was another church. So all of those years that those people brought to pray, and all of the groups that have met here over the years. So we've had Buddhists meeting here on Sunday afternoons and other times. For many years, we had a Sai Baba group that came in on Sunday afternoon. So we have this wide variety of energy. The Course in Miracles people that have come. We've had AA groups that have met here. So when you walk in and you feel this energy, and it's really amazing when somebody who doesn't know anything about us, who comes in, so we have our wedding chapel process. So we have quite a few weddings here now. And so when people walk in and go, wow, what's here? I've had repair people come in and do exactly the same thing. Oh, there's something different here. you and I and all the others that have come before us created that energy. So we are 40 years old. Depending on where you are, you go, that's not very old. I'm dying before I'm 40, you know? We are 40 years old, so what does that mean? So the number 40 is a very powerful number in the Bible. So we had the rabbi, the previous rabbi was here, Jeff Vallon, giving a class at Unity, and one of the things he said, if you don't understand astrology and numerology, you will not fully understand the Bible, because that was the science of the time, and it was used in the writing. So, I don't know anything about either one. There's a lot of you out there who do have some knowledge about that. So I went online and did a little bit of research. So here's some of the things that I came up with. So in the Bible, 40 is the number of waiting. It is a number of preparation, of test, or punishment. It can also mean the duration of a generation or a long period of time whose exact length is unknown. Now these are just a few things that I'm touching on today. In the Old Testament, 40 is often used for time periods. 40 days or 40 years, which separate two distinct epochs. So I want to tell you about some very important, but also very familiar times in the Bible where 40 was used. So the first one is the story of Noah. You know, how many, if you went to Sunday school, one of the first stories you remember is the story of Noah and the flood and the ark, and, well, we know the animals went 2 by 2, so we don't have that number in here, but how long did it rain? It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. Now, we remember that the story of Noah happened before there was any kind of written history. So did it really rain for 40 days and 40 nights? Or did it rain long enough to create the situation to do the cleansing that we know that was the purpose of the flood? You know, God was saying, I regret in my heart at this moment that I created mankind. And Noah kept talking and saying, no, it's not all bad. And so God gave the opportunity. But that 40 days and 40 nights means that that cleansing happened. And then what happened when that flood was over with, when the ark finally came to solid ground? Noah had what he needed to begin again. All right, move forward to Moses. So again, most of us are pretty familiar with Moses. We know some of the things, but Moses had several opportunities for 40 in his life. First of all, he was 40 years old when he was willing to say, what is that going on over there? You know, here's a bush that is burning and it is not being consumed. Let me go aside from whatever he was doing, which was herding sheep or goats, and walk over there and make that connection with the divine. So what is 40? A time of maturity. A time of maturity that he was willing to deviate from what his established pattern was. So as he goes through and becomes the leader of the people and takes the children of Israel out into the desert, they're not out there too terribly long before he is led to go up to Mount Sinai, the top of Mount Sinai. How many people know he went up twice? Both times for 40 days. Now think about what happened. The first time he was up there and he came down and he had all these laws. He was burdened down with laws. And what happened when he got down to the bottom of the mountain and could see what was going on out here with the children of Israel. The child within us. You know, they had built an idol. They'd taken their valuables, and they couldn't have had terribly many of them, but they built an idol. And you think about, okay, where was their thinking that this was their safety at that moment? So Moses had gone up to talk to a God that was was invisible and they didn't know who this was. He came back down again, he had all these laws. They weren't ready for it. But what did Moses do? He got so angry. So angry. And he broke all the laws. Broke all the laws. Have you ever been there? Ever been there? So angry, so upset. You have broken every law that you know within yourself. So you don't have to physically drop them on the ground and break them in pieces. In fact, that's not nearly as important as what goes on in here. So to recognize, see, part of recognizing ourselves in these stories. So, but what happened? He had another opportunity. And he went back up again, and he was there for another 40 days, a time period to learn, to be able to carry back down to the people that which he received there. But this time, it was a much simpler listing of laws that we now know as the Ten Commandments, but that the people could relate to where they were at that point in time. They weren't ready for all of these other laws. They came later. You know, read the book of Numbers. You'll see all those laws. And they came along. They didn't get out of it. But at this point in time, they weren't ready. So then the 40, the big 40, how long were the children of Israel in that wilderness place? 40 years. Now, were they really there 40 years? Probably not. They could have been there longer, actually. Because what was the intent? They were there till these people who had generations, hundreds of years of slavery in Egypt, they had to learn how to be a people. They had to learn how to become a nation, so they stayed in that wilderness time period until they were ready. Till all of the people who had grown up in that time of slavery had passed on. And that long enough that the young people, those children that I mentioned before, had grown up in freedom and they knew how to become a people. Fast forward to the New Testament with Jesus. What's the big 40 that we think of Jesus? Jesus went into the wilderness for 40 days. Now, what do we think that was going on? Why? 40 days is a long period of time to go out, totally away, totally alone. Now we know all through his life, Jesus continued to go out and away from people to connect. So in this 40-day time frame, he was deepening that connection. Because remember, he was a human being too. He grew up, he lived in this world. He had probably an idea of comfort, an idea of distractions, all of these things that he was working on and developing and changing, but they needed to be changed completely. So he was off in that place by himself, making that deeper connection. And then what's the big thing that we know that happened? So it wasn't just about connecting, it was about testing. So, you know, here was the yuck in his time period. So he had, Bible uses the word Satan, you know, and you thought, we don't use the word ego or personality, that said, look, you've got all these powers now, look, change that rock, so those rocks out there, you don't have to be hungry out here, change them into food, change them into bread. You know, and Jesus was able to say, no, because mankind does not live by bread alone. Ooh. I mean, if you're out there and you're hungry, think about it. What would you do? And then Satan says to him, well, you know, God is all powerful. You know, we need to prove it a little bit. You know, go up there to the edge of that cliff, and I'm not even going to jump off from down there. You know, if I had to, I know I'd be okay. But I'm not going to test God. And Jesus didn't either. He says, you're not supposed to do that. That's not the way it works. You know that divine is there to serve you and to help you, but don't say, I'm going to do this, see if I can. You know, okay, God, I won't tell you how often I pray prove it to me one more time, God. I haven't been in the wilderness, and thank you, God, I don't want to go in the wilderness. And then that opportunity when Satan's ego says, well, if you worship me, you can rule the whole world. And Jesus said, no. There is none but God in this world. None but God. And do we know that? And what does our personality tell us that we can do it on our own? You know, do we ever stop back and say, no. Even if I physically can now, I'm smart enough to say, you know, there's an intelligence moving in and through me that supports me, and I will be able to do it so much better. But so often, I don't have a clue. And I really have to trust that divine energy moving in and through me to do this. But what if these two things do we know for sure? I'll pretend like I'm Oprah. What two things do we know for sure that came about because of these periods, 40 days, 40 years for these people? First, the person or the people, you know, Noah, Moses, the children of Israel, Jesus, they all gained what they needed to move forward. Now think about it. They gained what they needed to move forward. And second, what do we know? There were more challenges ahead. So anytime we go through something and we come out and we go, oh, yes, and thank you, and I appreciate, and I accept, that's not the end. It's going to come again, but each time we go through that, we know we have gained strength. We know that we are supported. And the last thing that I came up with on the meaning of the number 40, it symbolizes death within oneself and rebirth. So realizing, unless we let go of the old, the new cannot come into being. And then doing around Easter and spring and all of that, we're going to have all the beautiful flowers, all these leaves, all these things. If what came before last year had not died and come back totally renewed. So we're in that process. So today we are celebrating a time of spiritual rebirth. And hopefully that's something that we do actually every Sunday. We celebrate a time of rebirth, of beginning, of new growth from the strong roots that have been created here. Really appreciating the strong roots that came before us. We have been doing spiritual work in this place for 40 years. We are moving forward in physical renewal of our church space, renewal of spiritual energy, and renewed dedication to our practice of spiritual truth as we understand it, with joy and much celebration. With joy and much celebration. Let's stand up and let's do a little bit of joy and celebration. Say yes, thank you. And you jam it for us a little bit. Say yes, thank you. We are celebrating. That is what we are now. Yes. You can take
Thank you, Carol. We appreciate that. Unity, that's for me. Unity, that's for me. On the mountain top. Yeah, yeah. I'm hanging up. Oh, actually, never mind, stand back up. We're going to sing Holy, Holy Way, and then y'all can sit down. We're going to have a couple special performers there. So let's go ahead and sing that one. You got it, Terry? Very easy. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Learn. Oh, let me learn in a holy, holy way. Let me learn in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know in a holy, holy way. Let me know in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know in a holy, holy way. Let me know in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Share. Oh, let me share in a holy, holy way. Let me share in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me care in a holy, holy way. Let me care in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love. Next screen, next screen. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. You may have seats. Thank you so much. Now we're going to go ahead and have our first guest singer, Miss Debbie Preece. She's going to try to say what you're going to say. She's going to come on up and sing for us.
Wow, it's just so great to have everyone here today. And I'd like to dedicate this song that I'm about to sing. I really want to dedicate it to this church. When I came to Huntsville over 20 years ago, I had a really, really hard time. And I just felt like I couldn't find a home, a place very, very, very difficult for me for a long time. And then finally, in 2010, my dear friend Carol invited me to this church, and I felt as though I finally found a home. And it's just been wonderful. It's just been wonderful coming to this church. It's so supportive. I've been able to do things and take risks, like get up here and speak and different things. And I just felt all of your support in an amazing way. So I wanted to dedicate this song to my church family, my brothers and sisters here. And also, I want to dedicate this song to my husband, Rob, of 35 years this year. Before I met Rob, I just didn't really know anything about love and about trust, and yet he just loved me no matter what. All the good stuff, all the yucky stuff, everything. He loved me, and I really know deep in my heart that I am who I am now because of Rob, and I'm just so grateful for his support all of these years. So I'm going to dedicate the song to my brothers and sisters here and to my precious husband, Rob. Okay. I cried a tear, you wiped it dry. I was confused, you cleared my mind. I sold my soul, you bought it back for me and held me up and gave me dignity. Somehow you needed me. You gave me strength to stand alone again, to face the world out on my own again. You put me high upon a pedestal, so high that I could almost see eternity. You needed me. You needed me. And I can't believe it's true. I can't believe it's you. You needed me. I needed you. And you were there. And I'll never leave. Why should I leave? I'd be a fool. 'Cause I finally found someone who really cares. You held my hand when it was cold, when I was lost. You took me home. You gave me hope when I was at the end, and turned my lies back into truth again. You even called me friend. You gave me strength to stand alone again, to face the world out on my own again. You put me high upon a pedestal, so high that I could almost see eternity. You needed me. You needed me. I needed you. And now we have a real musical treat. Ricky Taylor and his ensemble. I heard Ricky and his group play for the first time at the Tango String Studio. Anybody been there before?
Yeah.
Anyway, they are awesome. I bought their CD and I listen to it when I travel. They are just incredible musicians. Ricky actually writes all of his songs. He is so talented. Really good. And Jim, he's an incredible fiddle player, an engaged. She sings and she dances too, but I guess we don't have the rights to explore. So they're going to sing one song now, so this will kind of give me an idea of what their music is like, and then after the luncheon, they're going to perform a concert. So thank you.
Thank you, Debbie, for that undeservingly awesome introduction. But I expect it again before our She knew this song on the CD. She called it number 9. I didn't even know that. It's and I won't go on because we're here just to play a song for now. But this is a song about. It started with the concept of second chances, having been through some hard times myself, but and it also started about discovering that second chance in the form of a love, a person. And it sort of, I started realizing that what I was writing about was a little bit more than that. It was about a greater love, and in that we travel a convoluted route in our lifetimes, and that maybe it's not all chaos, and that it might be somewhat divinely inspired. Just a suggestion. This is called, the song is called Too Late. 2, 3, 4, 1. It's so lonely, lost and found. I had only let me down. Nights is linger, little time. Tears have tumbled to the sea. Time I trusted in these years, that time would find you and bring you here. 10 chances, little time, but second chances could be mine. Just when I thought it was too late, just when I thought I could never come to this, when I thought it was too late for me now. and guiding